Am I the meanie for ignoring my best friend? I am an apprentice in retail, currently in my third year. This information is relevant as it is the period during which I met my supposed best friend. C and I first encountered each other at school. It's a dual apprenticeship where you have work and school for a day or two. We were seated close to each other and had to collaborate on an assignment. Initially, we got along quite well. We exchanged jokes, discussed our jobs, and generally enjoyed each other's company. As time passed, we began to assist one another whenever possible. Through both the good and the bad times, everything seemed fine for about 2 years. However, that was until I asked my supervisor if C could switch to this location because her previous workplace couldn't keep her on for an additional year. This turned out to be a colossal mistake, as it allowed me to discover how she truly behaved. She was rude, snappish, and made sure I knew I was a burden to everyone. She would flaunt her superior grades in my face and belittle me for the issues I had with my family. At one point, my mental health deteriorated significantly, and it began to impact my work performance. Not only did she exacerbate the situation, but she also made sure to inform me that everyone at work disliked me. She would randomly start ignoring me over minor transgressions. For instance, couldn't attend a spontaneous work meeting because I had to watch my brother's scheduled appointment, which had been planned days in advance. It wasn't a significant issue to my supervisor, but was apparently important enough for C to make a big deal about it and tell me that I should quit my job if I prioritized my personal matters over work. I ended up crying while calling my supervisor, or when I pointed out that she consistently found excuses to justify her boyfriend's minor mistakes at work, whereas if one of us made the same error, she would be furious. Then there was the time I volunteered to handle our workplace's social media accounts, only for her to snap at me because she wanted to take on that responsibility herself instead of asking our supervisor if she could also participate. The final straw occurred on Monday. As usual, we had discussions about our opinions, and I attempted to change the subject. She took offense to this and decided to ignore me. That is not even the worst part, however. Worst part is when I phoned my colleague D to vent about the situation, only for D to inform me that I had apparently lashed out at another coworker according to what C had told D. Yesterday, we ignored each other at work. However, we did end up discussing work-related topics. This morning, she waited for me at the train station as she normally does so we could walk together to school. But instead of acknowledging her presence, I deliberately walked past her without giving her any attention. And boy, was she furious, I could tell from her huffing and puffing. By the way, she is a full-grown adult. Also, English isn't my first language, so H for ignoring C.